Let me give you a little context here. You're looking at ex-Greece, New York police officer Sam Ross, who was arrested in 2012 for inappropriate actions, basically, unlawfully dealing with a minor. Uh, it's well known and well reported that he had basically a sexual relationship with an 18-year-old boy, and he basically got off on getting him drunk, and you know, you can fill in the blanks there and use your imagination. Anyways, he was arrested in 2012. So the story is just another example of how corrupt and dirty the Greece, New York Police Department is and has been for decades. This goes back for decades. On the screen, you're looking at former Greece, New York Police Chief Todd Baxter, who is now the current Monroe County, New York Sheriff. And, I know Chief, or now Sheriff Baxter. And, obviously we won't agree on everything. You know what I mean? He's, me and him will not agree on a lot of things. But the reason that I thought this and I was interested in, I'm sharing it with everyone here on Davey VTV, is because, then Chief Baxter, again, this is 2012, he goes on to talk about how important transparency is for the Greece, New York Police Department. And I just thought that was very, very interesting and a perfect topic for Throwback Thursday, right? Especially now that the Greece, New York Police Department is back in the news for their ex-chief, Drew Forsyth, who put innocent lives at risk by getting behind the wheel of his police department-issued SUV and totaling it, then driving at least 5 miles on 3 wheels. So I thought it was very interesting to point out how then Chief Baxter said that transparency is very important for the Greece, New York Police Department, because here we are 9 years later, and there's next to no transparency because citizens, especially Greece, New York taxpayers, have no fucking idea what happened, what led up to former whatever you want to call him, Chief Drew Forsyth, putting innocent lives at risk by getting behind the wheel of his police-issued cruiser and basically, as of today, getting away with driving drunk and endangering basically the public. So to sum it up, there is no transparency within the Greece, New York Police Department. None whatsoever. Let's roll the video.
And we begin with breaking news tonight from Greece. The police department's K-9 officer has been arrested, charged, and suspended with pay. Good evening. Rich and Leah have the night off. I'm Don Hudson. Good to be with you. Now, we're being told that Officer Sam Ross turned himself into the Monroe County Sheriff's Department today. Amanda Shivari attended a late-night news conference with the police chief. She joins us now live to explain exactly what is going on. Amanda.
Well, Don, Officer Ross is accused of giving an 18-year-old male alcohol on 3 separate occasions. Here's what the chief of Greece Police told us earlier this evening. The investigation into Ross started in early September after another Greece police officer learned that Ross may have been involved with criminal behavior. After an investigation and talking with the Monroe County District Attorney, the case was turned over to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. 31-year-old Sam Ross was charged today with 3 counts of unlawful dealing with a minor, which are all misdemeanors. He was also suspended with pay from his position at the department.
He was suspended by myself. He did turn over his weapons and his identification and things like that. He's in a unique circumstance that he is our canine handler, as you mentioned, and the dog is a unique tool that belongs to the police department. So we left the dog in his possession with a direct order. The dog will stay on his premise at his house, but obviously won't be used for a canine function.
Ross is a 7-year vet with the Greece Police Department and has been the canine handler there for the past year. Chief Baxter told us he spearheaded bringing the canine unit to the department. And to the chief's knowledge, he has never been in any trouble since he started there.
The Greece Police Department, of all police departments, rely on trust in the community. And of all places, Greece is we're trying to build back our trust. So when we have a mistake made like this, or a potential mistake that's made, just for the integrity of the police department, we got to make sure we do it right and by the book, and that's how we do it. We dot the I's, cross the T's, and we launched an internal investigation. We consulted with the district attorney, and they agreed that there's potential criminality here, so we turned it over to a whole other jurisdiction to make sure it's as transparent as possible.
The chief also told us at that news conference, Don, that internal investigation should be done within the next couple days.
Well, obviously, people probably have a lot of questions, Amanda, but before we let you go, at least one question. How did this police officer and this teen meet each other and get involved with each other?
Well, the chief couldn't say much, but he did tell us that Officer Ross and the teen met each other on some kind of social networking site and then began hanging out. He wouldn't say where the alleged acts of Ross giving the teen alcohol occurred, except to say that they happened in Irondequoit.
All right, Amanda Shavari, thank you very much.